Chapter 1. Arrival in Hallowville. Sabrina Everhart peered out the window of her compact car as she drove into Hallowville, a town that looked like it was plucked straight out of a Halloween postcard. The streets were lined with Gothic architecture, cobblestone paths, and an array of festive decorations. Jack-o'-lanterns flickered on every doorstep, and autumn leaves carpeted the ground in shades of orange, red, and gold. It was like stepping into a perpetual October, and Sabrina couldn't help but smile at the sight. She pulled up in front of the Hallowville Public Library, her new home and workplace. The building was a charming old Victorian, complete with spires and stained glass windows. As the newly appointed head librarian, Sabrina felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Her apartment on the top floor offered a cozy retreat above the rows of books she would now oversee. After parking her car and grabbing her bags, Sabrina took a deep breath and climbed the steps to the front door. The heavy wooden door creaked open, revealing the library's interior. It was just as enchanting as she had hoped, with tall bookshelves, reading nooks, and a fireplace that added warmth to the space. "Home sweet home," she murmured, setting her bags down and exploring the library before heading upstairs. Her apartment was quaint and inviting, with vintage furniture and soft lighting that made it feel instantly comfortable. Sabrina unpacked her belongings, arranging her favorite books on the shelves and adding personal touches to each room. As she settled in, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was slightly off. The air seemed to hum with an energy she couldn't quite place. That evening, as she was arranging her kitchen, she heard a faint rustling sound coming from downstairs. Sabrina paused, listening intently. The noise stopped, and she shook her head, chalking it up to the creaks and groans of an old building. But when it happened again, curiosity got the better of her. She grabbed a flashlight and headed down to the library. The beam of light cut through the darkness, illuminating rows of books and casting eerie shadows on the walls. As she walked through the aisles, she felt a chill run down her spine. Sabrina reached the back of the library, where a stack of old newspapers lay scattered on the floor. "That's odd," she whispered, crouching down to gather them up. She had just placed them back on the table when she heard a footstep behind her. Spinning around, she came face to face with a tall, rugged man in casual attire, jeans and a black t-shirt with a sheriff's badge. His piercing blue eyes regarded her with curiosity and a hint of amusement. "Can I help you?" Sabrina asked, trying to steady her racing heart. "I was about to ask you the same thing," he replied, his voice deep and steady. "I'm Noah Wilder, the sheriff. I heard there was a new head librarian in town and thought I'd stop by to introduce myself." Sabrina relaxed slightly, offering him a small smile. "Sabrina Everhart. Nice to meet you, Sheriff Wilder. I'm just getting settled in." "Please call me Noah," he said, extending a hand. She shook it, noticing the warmth and strength in his grip. "Is everything all right?" Noah asked, glancing around the library. "I thought I heard something." Sabrina hesitated, then decided to confide in him. "Actually, I've been hearing strange noises since I arrived, and now these newspapers." She gestured to the scattered papers on the table. Noah's expression turned serious. "That is unusual. Mind if I take a look around?" As they walked through the library together, Sabrina felt a spark of connection with Noah. His presence was reassuring. Yet she sensed there was more to him than met the eye. "Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary," Noah said after their brief investigation. "But if you hear or see anything else strange, don't hesitate to call me. Hallowville has its quirks, but it's a great place once you get used to it." "Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it," Sabrina said, feeling both intrigued and uneasy. He gave her a nod and turned to leave. "Welcome to Hallowville, Sabrina. I have a feeling you're going to fit right in." As Noah walked out into the night, Sabrina couldn't shake the feeling that her new life in Hallowville was destined to be anything but ordinary. The strange occurrences of the evening clung to her thoughts as she returned to her apartment, the sense of something unexplained hanging in the air. Settling into bed, Sabrina's mind raced with possibilities. The mysteries hinted at by the strange noises and scattered newspapers piqued her curiosity. She found herself both excited and apprehensive about the adventures to come. Her thoughts drifted to Noah, the sheriff with the piercing blue eyes, and she wondered how often their paths would cross in the future. As she drifted off to sleep, Sabrina made a decision. tomorrow, she would start investigating these strange occurrences. The mysterious noises and scattered newspapers demanded answers, and her curiosity wouldn't let her rest until she uncovered the truth. With her mind set on exploration, Sabrina's last thoughts before sleep took her were of the library below, filled with potential clues, and of Sheriff Noah Wilder, whose brief but intriguing presence hinted at a valuable ally in her quest for answers. Morning would bring new challenges and discoveries. Sabrina knew that to truly understand these events, she'd need to delve deeper into Hallowville's history and perhaps enlist the help of some of the town's longtime residents. Her role as head librarian put her in the perfect position to access local records and connect with the community.